Good evening and welcome to episode 68. As always, we will start with our gratitude attitude. So, if you would please gently close your eyes. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, relax your body. Take another deep breath. As you exhale, let all the tension in your muscles wash away. Take one more deep breath. This time, completely let yourself go. Now, think of one thing that happened to you in the past week that you are thankful for. Once you have identified that, think about why you are thankful. Now, let's set it free. If you're by yourself, say it out loud what you are thankful for and why. If you are with someone, tell it to each other. Okay. So I'm sure you heard a phrase a lot actually: forget and forgive. Your parents probably gave you that advice. And if you're like me, you gave the same advice to your kids. But how many of us are truly able to practice that in reality? Let's look today at how we should practice this, and more importantly, why we should practice it. So, we'll begin with why we should practice forget and forgive. According to the Johns Hopkins School of Medicine, forgiveness is healthy for you. It provides tremendous benefits for your health, including, and I'm not making this up, a lower risk of heart attack, reducing LDL, the so called bad cholesterol, improving sleep, reducing blood pressure, reducing anxiety, depression, and stress. I mean, the list goes on and on. It's almost like meditation, if you ask me. So here's the best part: as we age, forgiveness and health connection keep getting better. According to Dr. Karen Schwartz of the JHU School of Medicine, chronic anger puts you into a fight or flight mode, which results in numerous changes in the heart rate, blood pressure, and the immune response. Those changes then increase the risk of depression, heart disease, diabetes, among other conditions. Forgiveness, on the other hand, calms stress levels, and that's what leads to improved health. Another reason to forgive is that it allows us to actually forget the painful memories of a particular incident. Once we forget those painful memories, we are able to cope with the situation and actually move on without getting stuck in the past. Probably the most important reason, in my opinion, is that forgiveness opens up doors to reconciliation. Forgiveness may help the other person realize the hurt they caused you and will lead to mending fences between the two of you. So now that we looked at why we should forgive, right? Again, it's not easy, but it has some benefits. So let's look at how to forgive. For those of you who have tried this, I'm sure you can attest that it's not easy to forgive. But once you do, it's a liberating feeling. Your mind no longer is stuck in anger or negativity surrounding that particular incident. And some people are better equipped to forgive than others, for sure. It just comes easy to them, right? Some people never keep a grudge. However, forgiveness is a learned skill. You can learn to forgive. That means there is hope for all of us. We can cultivate that skill. Essentially, it's a choice. It's a choice to be compassionate toward those who you think they have wronged you. And if you like to learn more about developing compassion, please check out episode 33, which talks at length about how we can develop compassion towards all living beings. Those we have affinity for, those we don't care for, and those we are indifferent towards. We can develop compassion towards all of them. So, the first thing we need to do when trying to forgive someone is actually remember the actual incident. Sometimes we are angry, but if we reflect back, we may realize that we also played a part in getting the things out of proportion, right? In that case, forgiveness comes very easy. But even if we had no role to play, remembering that hurt solidifies our hurt. And once we remember, next step is to empathize with the person we are trying to forgive. And it's not easy. I'm not kidding, taking it lightly. But what helps in this situation is to understand where their delusions may be coming from. Maybe they were having a bad day, or maybe they had a rough childhood, whatever that may be. We are not trying to make excuses for them, but just empathize with them as human beings. The next step is again very important, not to have expectations. A lot of people expect an apology before they can forgive. That's not forgiveness. To me, that's bartering, right? You give me this, I'll give you that. But don't expect anything from the other person. Just decide to forgive them for the hurt they caused you. Tell them that you forgive them. And if you're not able to talk to them, talk to someone else who you trust. Another important step is to forgive yourself. I know this sounds crazy, but most people blame themselves for the hurt that is done to them. We must learn to forgive ourselves to be truly feel free of the hurt. Oh, and one other thing, the best way to practice forgiveness is, guess what? Practice gratitude. If we are thankful for what we have, forgiveness tends to come easily. I can't believe how many times we look at different issues, and gratitude almost always comes as one of the ways to solve a problem. So I'm glad we always start with our gratitude attitude. One thing I've made a practice of for last 25 years is never to go to sleep agitated. No matter how agitated I am throughout the day, and I used to get really agitated. But I had a simple rule: when I go to sleep, everything is gone. Next day is a brand new day, no grudges, right? If you make a habit of forgetting all ill will of the day when you go to bed, the next day is a brand new beginning. No more resentments from the previous night. If you can practice that, you will never have to worry about keeping it in and affecting your health. So I hope all this makes sense and you are able to forgive and forget whatever it is that hurt you. That's the lesson for the day. In today's meditation, as always, we will settle down at our heart. Then we'll practice this technique known as MAC technique. M for mindfulness, to bring our attention back to meditation and stillness from thoughts. A for alertness, to keep an eye out for our mind wandering off. And C for concentration in meditation, so we don't begin to start wandering around. So today, let's try to imagine our mind is this vast, bright, sunny sky, and thoughts are clouds that come and go. And we'll just observe this vast, empty sky. We'll use the MAC technique. Look for our concentration and be alert if our mind wanders up. And then we'll use the mindfulness to bring it back to our meditation and keep that clarity and hold it for as long as we can. So we'll keep doing this. If you're ready, let's get in. Please get into a meditation posture, cross-seated position. If you are sitting on a chair, just keep your legs straight. Make sure your back is straight, spine upright, shoulders leveled. Gently close your eyes. Keep your mouth just a little bit open. That way, any tension you may have accumulated throughout the day in your jaws will dissipate. Put your palms in your lap, right over left. Now, take a deep breath. As you exhale, relax your body. Take another deep breath. As you exhale, Feel all the tension in your muscles melting away. Now, bring your attention to the sensation of your breath at your nostrils. Feel the cool air as you breathe in. Feel slightly warmer air as you breathe out. Keep your attention at the sensation of your breath for about a minute or so on your own. Now, bring your attention at your heart. Imagine everything that happened before this moment melts into light and disappears. Things that have yet to happen are not real anyway. So it is just this moment. Stay in this moment. Enjoy the peaceful nature of this moment. Let this peaceful moment bring the next peaceful moment. Remember, there is nothing to do, nowhere to go. Just enjoy. Now, imagine our mind is this vast, bright, sunny sky. We'll keep our concentration on the bright sky like clarity. Our thoughts are like clouds in that sky. Thoughts come and thoughts go. We'll stay alert for our mind wandering off in those thoughts. If we find our mind wandering off, we'll use our mindfulness to bring ourselves back and concentrate on the stillness of our mind. If a thought arises, just simply acknowledge it. Don't chase it. If you find that your mind has wandered off, use your mindfulness to bring it back. Focus on the sensation of your breath for about 10 breaths and it will calm down. Enjoy the stillness of your mind. Remember, when thought arises, gently acknowledge it and it will fade away. Enjoy the peaceful nature of your mind for the last minute or so on your own. When you're ready, gently open your eyes. Any questions? No questions? All right. We will stop recording.